24-year-old self with great patience and grace. The twang is the essence of American music, he said. It's in the high, lonesome sound of bluegrass. It's in the field hollers and angst of gospel. It's in the tension and release of the blues and the bent strings of rock and roll. He went on to tell how Nashville producers removed the authentic twang from country music and replaced it with strings and lush production to make it more palatable to mainstream audiences. They then added some pseudo-twang back in as a kind of musical window dressing. It sounded fake, unsatisfying. That stuff you say you like, Buddy said respectfully, is full of twang. Heck, Bob Dylan is practically nothing but.
Toma mi mano y mi corazón, haz de mí algo mejor de lo que podría ser, bailando a nuestro alrededor como mariposas al atardecer.
Noticing its absence when it went missing. It can be felt in the tension of a loving, vulnerable relationship. It can be tasted in good food and drink. When the twang is removed from these things, they go down easier but satisfy less. It's much easier to maintain a shallow connection with someone than to cultivate a real friendship. No one has to develop a taste for sugary, salty, processed food, but it can take an effort to learn how to like real food. Nowhere is this reality more important than in the cultivation of our faith life. Millions of Americans are losing their taste for processed, convenient, consumerist Christianity. We've gorged ourselves on cheap church for decades and have become, as Randy Stonehill sang, undernourished and overfed. The gospel we are living has, in many cases, lost its saltiness. What good is it? We have created a Jesus made in our own image, a light-haired, blue-eyed, fair-skinned, corporate-friendly guru with absolutely no discernible twang.
Oh, how you restaurate, give me time, give me some alone. It's in my blood, in my bones, in my heart, I never know. So won't you please, won't you please come and take me home?
Palace dweller to the lowest street beggar, and from the rich young ruler to the woman at the well, he offers life, a life to be experienced to the full, John 10:10. He begins the process of healing his entire creation from the ravages of sin and fear and death. He even allowed himself to be swallowed by the grave so he could defeat death from the inside out. And we have turned him into a candy bar in a vending machine. We act as if Jesus wants to be an accessory in our life, like our favorite t-shirt. We put him on, talk about what we believe, and then go back to the feeding trough of false religion and idolatry. He called himself the bread of life and said his body is good food and his blood is good drink. We nod and choke down Twinkies. Jesus invites us to lay down our lives, our securities, our hopes, and our dreams so he can heal them and give them back to us fresh and new. He places us in community with people who are loudmouths, failures, frauds, and crooks, just like we are. He invites us to raise the dead and to walk on the water in the midst of life's storms, and we turn him into a robed guru dispensing platitudes designed to make us feel better about ourselves. Jesus is the ultimate craftsman. He turned the confession of a flawed follower into the rock on which he would build a church so powerful that the gates of Hades had no power to defeat it. Matthew 16:18. He ate and drank and laughed and teased. He partied with tax collectors and ne'er-do-wells and had a dinner with Pharisees like me. But he always told it like it was. So again, this journey into a sort of pre-modern, handcrafted, artisanal world feels much more closely connected to the ministry of Jesus than the hyped-up, highly processed, industrialized church culture I see fading around me. I'm reminded that the Christian experience is essentially communal. Even the Trinitarian nature of God speaks of community. I am my brother's keeper. I am called to place the needs of others above my own and to serve others. At the Last Supper, Jesus showed us exactly what that meant when he washed his disciples' feet.
So you believe in the morning, Know which way to go. You leave in the morning. Choose which way to go. This I know. This I know. Yes, I know. Thank you.